It's time to rate the finest custom Magic the Gathering cards, and we are going to start off with the non-committal Bauble. Let me just get myself ready here. It is an artifact for 1 mana. It's got flash, and for 0, counter target spell or activated ability you control. And also, well, I don't even know why you'd want to do that. I understand you'd want to counter some triggered abilities that might be really damaging to you, but why would you want to counter your own spell or activated ability? Then pay 1, tap, sacrifice this artifact to draw a card. So it's like an egg of some sort that gets you, okay, so you can recycle this thing like a lot of other cards. Oh, you can do it at flash speed. Counter target spell or activated ability you control. No, I don't get it. Is it doable? Yeah, sure, it's doable. You can have this card can exist, but the purpose I don't know. They have, it says I don't in the flavor text. Counter lose it's not triggers, it's activated abilities. Like that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, you can counter your pack trigger, but this doesn't actually do that. For 0 mana, you counter a spell or an activated ability. That's not a triggered ability. Those aren't the same things. So I got no clue what this is for. It's for somebody though. Somebody. The discussion basically ends there. We also have Hedgeman that says, "Did you sort by hot? This isn't the top of hot. I did sort by hot. Can I prove it? Oh, it may not be. Oh, sorry, it's not the top. Oh yeah, let's go back to the top. I was browsing. I was having a lot of fun over there. Oh, you think I skipped your card? Well, apparently I probably did. Okay, we'll move on to how the sausage is made. You don't want to know how the sausage is made. I've actually seen some videos of that. It's pretty disgusting. Although, you know what? All food is disgusting. It's all turned into a paste and then shaped to what we're familiar with in this world. And then we eat the damn thing. 4 mana for an enchantment. Whenever a creature dies, its controller creates a food token. Now, whenever a player sacrifices a food, that player gets a poison counter. Well, I don't really get poison counters in real life, though. In fact, I would even argue the processed food is even better for me. I get indigestion from something that's too pure. Like, real cheese, no good with me, no good. But super processed cheese to the point that it's plastic, that's the point where it's really good for Nikachu. I can eat that stuff. I have completely adapted to the processed foods. Yes, grind a bunch of these random hands into a hot dog. It's probably exactly what I need to eat. The secret ingredient is everyone, probably. Hot cards near you. And then Steve Cooper's Rakdos poison food. So when a creature dies, you get a food token. Whenever a player sacks a food. So the idea is you gain life, but you get some poison. Is this like an anti-food card? Now, okay, it's like flavorful. I don't even know how good it is. Like, how many people crack more than 10 food in a game? So this is obviously an anti-card. Like, you're not the one playing the food deck. It's against somebody who is playing a food deck. But it makes sense. All right, it makes sense to me. All right, little unknown thing you can do on this channel, I'm just being sarcastic, is you can donate to get cards on this channel. Instructions in the description below. Will Anderson with the smoke of ambergris. You make a dono, submit your card on my Discord. I look it up. You do have to give me the title, and you can be part of the show. The Smoke of Ambergris is a white sorcery. Until end of turn, whenever you would add white to your mana pool, you add Is It and gain 1 life instead. That is weird. What are the consequences here? So until end of turn, so it's like High Tide actually, but for it's High Tide, but not exactly High Tide. We're not adding double white. We're instead adding 2 completely different colors of the color pie. I don't see how, and it's not even instant speed. High Tide is an instant speed card. I don't really see anything wrong with this. Let it be. I'm wondering if, like, High Tide barely sees play. I mean, doesn't see play in Legacy. I guess it's broken in Pop. It's like, okay, it's not broken in Pauper. The play pattern isn't fun in Pauper, but it doesn't sound like it's broken in Pauper. So maybe, I'm just wondering if you could print this in Standard these days. Or would it be too broken? Yeah, I don't think it'd be too broken for Modern. I think Modern would just completely wipe its butt with this type of card. Oh, you want the bingo card to damn draw? Well, here's the thing. I didn't even have the bingo card set up, but we got it now. Here we go. Boom. Does this nail anything on the bingo card? I have no idea. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Give a screenshot, everybody. Okay, we got... I'm gonna make an easy decision. This is an easy pass. We have a modern day... You know, maybe we should have more high tide cards in this game. Who knows? We have... Oh, Holy Poner. Can you make your opponent sack tokens? If so, if it's an offer you can't refuse. Oh, you mean... Are you talking about the how the sausage is made? You cannot make people sacrifice their tokens. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe you're right. Whenever a player sacrifices a food, I actually think you're right about that. I was about, like, you can't make your opponent activate the card. You can't make them activate the food, but you can make your opponent sack their board. Yeah, sacrifice all their stuff. That actually works. Also works with Yugra. I guess it works with Yugra. I suppose. Pedgeman says, high tide affect everyone. This only affects you. Let's be serious, Pedgeman. Let's be serious. High tide only affects you. You're the one building the deck around all islands. Even island decks today wouldn't be all islands. Like I play blue. I have like 5 islands in my deck. The rest are like Cavernous Souls and Gloomlake Verge and Mutavault and Otawara and so on. There's like people who play blue don't even have a whole lot of islands, so it's not going to change a whole lot. So while it might be one side, like in theory, this is completely one-sided, but in practice, the high tide deck is completely one-sided too, mostly. Unless you're in the blue mirror. I guess that's what's holding it back in Pauper, high tide. There are actually a lot of mono blue island decks in that format. It's choppy in Jess's office at the moment. All right, let's go back to the freebie section. We got VV but in green. Is it the same card? 3 mana, 3/3. Was it a 3/3 creature? Okay, it's a druid. Pay 0. Add green to equal to the number of untapped lands you control. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a creature spell, search your library for a forest and put it onto the battlefield, then you gain 5 life. I think this is broken. Oh no, maybe it's not super broken. You can't go off on the turn that it comes in play because probably you're tapped out at that moment. Add green equal to the number of untapped lands. You'll have none. So this is like a kill on sight thing because if you don't kill it, it's probably going to kill you later. Oh, it's a bit choppy for everybody. What is with the internet? Hold on, let's look up. We're going to do a speed test. Well, you guys want me to refresh the stream? I'll refresh. Let's see if it helps. I'm back. We got no music. I'm gonna get, but the music will be back. Is it better? Did it get worse? Is it a little bit more doable now? Do we need to do the speed test? Might have to do internet speed test. Let's do a speed test. Boom! My download is amazing. It's great. My upload. Not looking good. I gotta call up my service provider. It's like some days it's like 500, and then these days it's like 100. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be crappy. I think. You all say it's better now. I can't completely believe it. Anyway, that's not. It's supposed to be like 500, 500. I'm disappointed. Okay, VV button green. It's probably broken. I'm just gonna assume that it's broken. It's getting choppy again. Is there anything I can close? Does it have to do with my browser? I don't think so. It's my computer just screwing the stream up. What can I close? I'm closing stuff. Maybe my computer needs better. You're right. Okay, it's okay now. Well, I have a feeling it's gonna go up and down. It's gonna be really variable. Okay, we've got the big super chats. We're gonna deal with after the sponsor segment. Maybe internet is having one of those days. Well, you know what? I pay good money so that we don't have one of those days. I used to have internet that had those days like on a regular basis, like once a week. And now I pay for internet that gives me like really, really good days every day for basically the last 3 or 4 years. Okay, next up we have the Stoic Lawbringer. It's a 2-mana 3/3 human soldier with first strike, vigilance, and hexproof. You can't commit crimes. I think this is more of a flavor win than anything else. First strike and vigilance. This card is hard to kill. It's like the ultimate, not bear. How do you describe a 2-mana 3/3? If a grizzly bear is a 2-mana 2/2, what is a 2-mana 3/3? Change to a different service? I can't. I can't. That's a problem. I don't have many options. I have a good service provider. It's just their service sucks now. It should say your opponents can't commit crimes. I think the idea. Oh, why? Because the law can commit as many crimes as it wants. They gotta lay down the law. Your opponent's permanents they control, spells or abilities they control. Oh, I think you're right. It's because that based on this text. Your opponent's permanents they control, spells or abilities they control, and cards in their graveyard can't be the target of spells or abilities you control. Oh no, yeah, it was right actually. This is exactly as written. Probably Windows update. Maybe I have to. Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to update to like Windows 11. I'm on Windows 10, frankly. All right, see you later, Elixir. I'll definitely 100% get to your cards. Okay, you can't commit crimes. I mean, this is just a card. It's good. If you like hexproof, if you like a 2-mana creature with first strike and vigilance, this is good. You just can't target anything anymore, which is weird. No targeting. You ever consider Starlink? I have not because the upload speed is not good enough. Not reliable. And I have bet my service provider offers way better upload speed. Okay, next up we got the obvious bribe here from Pedgeman. This is compliments of Pedgeman. Obvious bribe. They're hauling in some giant box. A 2-mana instant. Target opponent creates 3 treasure tokens. Until the end of your next turn, that player cannot attack you or permanents you control and cannot target you, permanents you control, or spells you control. Exile the obvious bribe. So we gave them something. We basically gave them a Black Lotus to some extent. Yeah, dono to Pedgeman not needed. Although I'm sure Pedgeman's gonna beg for more. Until end of turn, that player cannot attack you. So basically, they can't mess with you. They have to. We gave them the red envelope. In Asia, when you give them the red envelope, that's a bribe. It's a bribe around here. Welcome, Anna. Finally caught a custom stream again. Can't believe I missed episode 100. Neither can I. I hope to get a freebie by the end of the show. Hopefully. Okay, what to say about this card? It's weird. Here's my problem with this card. I don't know what to use it for. Is it for like situations where one player is above and beyond dominantly more powerful than everyone else? So you play the obvious bribe so that they cannot attack you and they gotta attack somebody else? But you know what? This sounds like you're playing for second place in a commander game. This is like playing for second place type of card. If you're in such bad shape that you need to play obvious bribe, it sounds like you're just gonna die like the next turn anyway. I mean, it's a fun card for sure. It's a fine card. A Black Lotus for some protection doesn't seem bad. For me, my perspective, I don't know how this can end up being good though. Okay, next up we've got one fish, two fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. My grandpa read me those stories when I was a kid. There's a 1-mana instant with spree. For a red, create a 1/1 red fish creature token. Is it infinite? So like as much mana as we have? Or plus blue, create a blue fish creature token. Man, I wish I had this for Merfolk. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, this is a massive, huge flavor win. Yeah, 1 fish and 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish. You actually get both of them. You can play 1 fish, you can play 2 fish, you can get a red fish, you can get a blue fish. And that's all that needs to be said about it. I really wish they had something like this for Merfolk. This is like also the ultimate token generator, isn't it? So if you have infinite mana, it just creates like as many tokens as you want. Not infinite, at best it's 2 tokens for 3. Spree? I think Spree you can cast as many times as you want. This isn't what's it called? There's another, or am I confusing this with another mechanic? Spree is once each? That sucks. That's awful. I don't like the card anymore. I thought Spree was the other one. Jackal asks, is this a bingo show? It is a bingo show. Well, then what bingo card do we have here? Do we have anything? Anything? Do we get anything? I don't think so. Oh, this is a flavor win. Yeah, this is a bingo show. Okay, we got flavor win on. We got something. You know, it's hard to tell if you just say flavor win. I can't tell if that's actually part of the bingo card or you're just making a comment. I mean, all these things are comments in my opinion. Well, Chad has to say bingo flavor win. There we go. That would have worked. That would have made a lot of sense to me. Next. Okay, okay. Very doable. More flavor than powerful. Next, Loot. The Devourer of his father. What? The hell? It's a 2-mana 2/2 beast trampler. Devour Jace 5. As this enters, you may sacrifice any number of Jaces. This creature enters with 5 times that many +1/+1 counters. Devour. You may sacrifice any number of Jaces. This card's terrible. It's awful. It's basically just a 2-mana. It's just a 2-mana 2/2 trampler. What's with all the What's all these flavor cards? Finally made it to the freebie again. Oh, is this? No, this is not your card. This and that one Jace that copies itself. Ah, yes, the Cunning Castaway. Yeah, I guess you play Jace Cunning Castaway, and then you have to devour that Jace. The problem is, it's a big waste of time and resources to put a bunch of Jaces on the battlefield. By the way, you can't even have this as your commander, because then your deck is mono green. There aren't any green Jaces. They're all blue. We get an AI card on accident. I mean, yeah, do you know what? Now that you say so, that actually makes a lot of sense around here. Do changelings count? They don't. Jace is a planeswalker, not a creature type. Not yet, at least. All right, whatever. Doable, but pretty silly. The guy looks pretty full of eating Jaces. The hell is this card? Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme for 4 mana. Hexproof. Whenever Doctor Strange enters or attacks, exile up to X target creatures where X is Doctor Strange's power. Return those cards to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. I don't like reading this card. This is awful. It's gotta go to jail. Gotta go to jail. It's hard to tell if any of these things are AI cards. I mean, someone decided to split this thing up artistically, but it's an absolute pain to read. Yeah, reading it is a chore. I don't like any of that stuff. Give it the double buzzer and move on. Don't design cards that make my... I don't want to... Look, Magic cards are wordy by themselves. I don't want to work extra hard to read the wordy cards. Yeah, becoming reverse cross-eyed while trying to read it. Okay, next up we got the Extreme Advantage for 5 mana sorcery. Each player loses 13 life. If your life total is 0 or less, you lose the game. I don't know, isn't this like just stating the obvious? If your life total is 0 or less, of course, I am gonna win so much. You know what? This actually is really, really strong. Yeah, no doubt. It's really stating the obvious. Do we have like a... Do we have something stating the obvious? Super specific. I want to say this hits the bingo card somehow, but maybe not. It's so you don't cheese with Lich type cards, I think. Oh, maybe. Okay. So that takes precedent over some card that says if you have 0 or less life, you don't lose the game. In this case, if you have 0 or less life, you lose the game. Would this get around Platinum Angel? If you have it, it didn't specify anything about your opponents. It just specified, like, you. Yeah, or Phyrexian on life. If you're the one playing the Platinum Angel, if you're the one playing the Phyrexian on life. I'm not entirely sure if this actually defeats Platinum Angel. I'm certain it defeats Phyrexian on life, though. It just says, you're lost. You lose, buddy. Because Phyrexian on life, that literally I mean, all it does is prevent you from taking any more damage. That's all. And it turns it into poison counters. It makes you lose before other players lose based on state-based effects. If you get multiple players to 0, both players get to 0, you lose during card resolution and they don't. Well, what does it matter? So, hold on. What does that mean? Are you trying to say they won't take 13? You lose before other players lose based on... I mean, that doesn't matter. I think we're all unanimously losing anyway. Each player loses 13 life. I mean, if I die first, I don't think it changes anything. Or does it? The state-based actions happening in order, does that make the last player who has 0 life win? They're the last one alive. Pity it's not symmetrical. I don't think it needs to be. So now, there's a lot of decks that would actually play this card. Or, man, it's 5 mana. 5 mana is a lot of mana. I was just thinking it could go into a burn-based deck. So if it goes into a burn-based deck, I mean, you're just hitting your opponent for... Getting someone down to 13 is super easy. And then I guess you just have to ramp up to this thing to finish them off. If you're in 1v1 and use this with both players at 13 or less life, you lose. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Okay, that's a point. That makes some sense. All right, that sounds like we were discussing the rules. I think we were discussing the rules over there. Need more life than your opponents as usual for burn cards. That's not unusual. You a burn player. Okay, you might go down to 17 to 16, but then you quickly... I mean, you're like always ahead. Almost always ahead. You're always going forward here. It might be a rules nightmare in certain situations. Trying to explain to somebody, or actually, it'd be crazy trying to explain to the player who cast Extreme Advantage that they lost when really they thought they were trying to draw the game. It's really weird that this would not draw the game. I find that very strange, because there's a lot of other effects that are simultaneous. Sullivan says that would make it more fair as not to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Self-destruct button situation. Yeah, it makes you lose instead of a tie. Which is funny, I'd never heard of that situation. What else do we have here? Okay, definitely doable. Hopefully not broken. Okay, the Damn Draws has a super chat. Welcome to Damn Draws. Preserve the natural order. We shall preserve. Here we go. This guy looks familiar. Is that like Toucan Sam? I don't know who this bird, where this bird is from. It's like a posh Toucan Sam, or it's like, it's a mix between Toucan Sam and the Big Cheese from Siamese Pizza Cats. Okay, anyway, it's a 4-mana Preserve the Natural Order. Legendary enchantment. If a player would have an extra turn upkeep, combat, or other phase, or step, skip that turn, phase, or step instead, then end the turn. What? Turns and phases cannot be skipped except by this ability. I don't know what the hell I just read. Okay, if a player would have an extra turn. Okay, so someone's cheating with Time Warp around here. Oh, okay, not even extra turn. An extra upkeep, a combat, or another phase. It gets skipped instead, then end the turn. Okay, so you try to take an extra turn. No, you get nothing. Okay, yeah, so it just ends the turn. Turns and phases cannot be skipped except by this ability. Really bizarre card. Just oh, I get it. Okay, therefore we are preserving the natural order. It's a great name, actually. Perfect. Reminds me of Prinny from Disgaea. It would also stop Obika. No manipulation from Time Stream for you, buddy. That's right. This is a red effect. Look at Stranglehold. I will not. I will just trust you. Sulfan says Billy and Mandy is where he's from. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. This guy reminded me of the Big Cheese Pizza Cats. I'm gonna get a picture for all of you. I gotta share the Big Cheese with everybody. Oh, it's just not a bird, that's all. The Big Cheese! There he is. The Big Cheese is a bad guy. But you sort of love him anyway. Yeah, it's a fair card. In fact, it's so fair, it's actually trying to make the game more fair. Don't be cheating around here. Don't be getting extra combat. I mean, I think the most dangerous thing that this card is going to police is basically extra combat steps for anyone that goes infinite with a combat step combo. So, I mean, it's got that. It's got that going for it. I like it. Okay, bingo alert. Anime from me and super specific for the food card. I don't think that's that specific for the food card. We'll get the anime though. Yeah, you're right. I'd appreciate it if you call it when it's there. That was a pretty delayed bingo, in my opinion. Okay, back to the freebie section. Oh, we got that one earlier. Okay, we got Rabid Mongrel. It's not a regular mongrel. It's a rabid one. It's got rabies? 2 mana for a 2/2. Death. It does have death touch. It's a dog. Spells you cast named Rabid Bite that target this creature cost 2 less to cast. Is there like a companion card that goes with this thing? Ugh. This card is pretty useless if we don't know what Rabid Bite is. What you scared of? It's just a dog. Glup the Scavenger. Last words. No, that wasn't that wordy of a card. Wordy cards are like when it's just this big long thing of text, like super long thing of text. There's more text than art on the card. Rabid Bite. Oh, Rabid Bite is a real card? Oh, these Chaos Emeralds, I love them so much, but they only come in foil. I wish they came in non-foil as well. You're right. This is a real card. Okay, 2 mana sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. All right, so it's cheaper. Sure. Okay, we got synergy with old cards. Super synergy. Banovsky with choose your preferred color from Comeback Lands. In my Discord. Choose your preferred color. Well, I like blue. I'll take the blue one. Okay, Magistrate's Archive. It's a land. Enters tapped. When this land enters, you may search your library for a basic island card. Reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle. And it's got comeback. You may put that card onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your hand. If you control fewer lands than an opponent, also add for a blue. This is interesting. It's free ramp. I have a feeling, this is just weird. I have a feeling this is broken. Shut for a basic island card, reveal it and put in your hand, then shuffle. So this is like, Is this fair? It feels fair. I want to say it's abusable, though. It makes it free. Oh, yeah, it is free. So if you may put that card onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your hand if you control fewer lands than an opponent. Oh, do you know what? Okay, this actually it is probably broken. I'll tell you why. On the draw, this would just be way. Oh, you have to have fewer lands. You may put that card onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your hand if you control fewer lands than an opponent. This is strong with bounce lands. This could be. So bounce land, but not. It would make being on the draw so much less backbreaking. But even play or draw, this ability is really, really strong. It would make mulligans. And you know what? It's interesting. It's it's a very interesting design. I can't say that it's outright broken. I want to say, though, that it's above and beyond more powerful. Like, I don't know how to put it. Not powerful, but the utility of this thing goes above and beyond anything that we have right now. But, like, the land itself doesn't come into play untapped. So I can't say that it's busted. This is strong with the bounce lands. Honestly, if you're playing with bounce lands, you're probably tempoing yourself out to some extent anyway. So it's just making it neutral. So, like, you go Magistrate's Archive, then you go play Bounce Land, and you have to return this thing back to your hand. Then on the following turn, you have to play Magistrate's Archive and get a land, and so on. Can you change your choice for custom cards? Oh, did you super chat? Absolutely, you can change a choice. Just let me know. Yeah, we can change that thing. So this might be really good. I do what I like it. I like it. At first, I thought this is going to be too strong. It's only a basic land. That's still an extra card that you have in your hand. This card can replace lands in this. Basically, it's 2 cards in 1. It's literally 2 lands in 1. This land doesn't come back to your hand. I think the card is really, really strong. I'd be very curious to know how this plays out. This is a very creative land. This is one of the most creative lands I've seen in a long time. It's still a tapped island that searches for a basic island. In any multicolored deck, it's is certainly good, but not so insane in the early turns. You know what? It's not the early turns that I'm concerned about. It's about card advantage. So this will... I mean, maybe getting out of a mulligan is a good thing. I think there's just so much value to this card. Also, let's say you mulligan down to 5. And, like, again, maybe I'm like, this gives too much advantage to someone that is mulligan down to 5. So if someone makes 3 land drops, you make 1, and then you play this card, then all of a sudden you're at 3. You know what I mean? They're all the same mechanic in the other colors. It's probably. Yeah, basic plains, basic forest, basic mountain, and basic swamp. It's correct. Let's say there is a ramp player at the table. Yeah, do you know what? That's actually a really good point. So this basically punishes the ramp strategy, or you could look at it, it equalizes versus the ramp strategy. Anyway, it's a very creative idea. I have no idea if this is a good or bad thing to introduce into the game. I would lean towards good. I would lean towards good. All right. You heard the music about like 5 minutes ago. That means we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. And if you love Spider-Man, if you love Marvel, it's probably not going to end at Spider-Man. You can collect, buy your Spider-Man cards at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases because it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You like to create custom cards? Why don't you make some custom decks and have every card available on Magic Online? You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZH4. And back to the world of custom cards. Okay, we'll get one more freebie, and we're going to be off to You're gonna keep your current picks. You can switch. I'll give you the, what's it called? Deal or no deal deal. In the end, would you like to switch your briefcase? I love that show. It's so stupid. That show was so dumb. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, Fleem and Philip. I don't know who Fleem. Okay. Oh, Fleem. I don't know who Fleem is, but I'm seeing a lot of videos and pictures of it lately. Where do you post custom cards? You post them. If you want to donate, you can post them in my Discord. I have instructions below. But if you want to just post them publicly, you go to Reddit Custom Magic and be part of the custom magic card community. Okay, 5 mana for a 3/4 Goblin Homunculus. While you're searching your library, you may cast this card from your library by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its mana cost. That is terrible. That is all. This is just RIP my hand. Flying Menace. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem, so it can come back. I can play it again. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. When Fleem and Philip become the target of a spell, shuffle them into their owner's library. This sounds awful. I mean, sure, doable. I may not understand Mayhem properly, but I don't think that it's going to compensate for the fact that I dumped 2 cards, and if someone targets this with anything, it gets shuffled away. Oh, but it does have to be the target of a spell, not an ability. Fleem is arena only. Oh, is Fleem one of those new Spider-Man cards? It's a Universes Within. It's so dumb that we have to create something called Universes Within to compensate for Universes Beyond. But if you get in your mulligan, you're playing it early when it's not great for tempo. I still think it's strong, but not too insane to be dangerous. So I would say my rebuttal to that is, if even you may not get the tempo on a mulligan, but you'll get the card advantage back on a mulligan. Mayhem is, if it was discarded this turn, you'd be cast from your grave for its Mayhem cost. This is terrible. Oh my god. A doable card. Just super. I don't know why you're playing this thing. It's gonna get smoked. It might as well be like a -2 for 0 or I don't know how to describe the card advantage for this thing. It's a Universes Within of the Green Goblin. Oh, this card? Is this the Green Goblin? No, can't be. Oh, Goblin Homunculus? Is it? Or the Fleem. Oh, Fleem is the in-universe version of Green Goblin. That is just weird as hell. Ah, cool. Okay, next up. Let's do some super chats. Big Mike with Chrono Shift. Also an extra 5 because you started the stream with one of my cards. Oh, really? Well, that's okay. We're going to donate that one, too. We can donate that $5. Anna asked for a donation, so Anna's going to get a donation. I just hope Anna's still here by the time we give the donation. Chrono Shift. I love blue cards, especially mono blue. It's an instant. Choose one. The next spell target player casts this turn gains split second. What? That's so weird. Because if it resolves, you get priority. So you're the one who gets the split second card unless you pass priority. It's a very funny card to think about. Very, very funny card to think about. Counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile with a time counter on it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Suspend of what? If it's countered this way, again, exile it with just one time counter on it. Okay, I see. So it's like a delay. So it's delay / split second. So we can slow things down or we can speed things up. I like it. This is a great idea. It can make this next thing cast uncounterable. But the funny thing is, so it comes down to who has priority. So if you play Chrono Shift and it resolves, the very next thing you play will be uncounterable. Super fast. But if you pass priority, then the next person to your left gets priority. And if they want to cast a spell, it has split second. And if they pass priority, the next person can have split second. Oh, did it say target player? The next spell target player casts this turn. Oh, I misread that. Okay, this just got stronger. So it's not even awkward. It's just a great card. It's almost like a blue silence. If you're trying to combo off immediately, but only for one card. Is this similar to Born Upon the Wind? I don't even know what that card is, so I couldn't tell you. Nikachu can't read. I can read. You know, the problem is I read these things. Like, you look at the replay. I read it properly. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is I didn't interpret it properly. In my opinion, I'm reading fine. Sometimes I'm literally not reading the damn thing. You all say I can't read. You look at the replay. I'm gonna look at the replay. I swear I read that properly. Dangerous. It makes extra turns and win cons uncounterable. Yeah, but it's a 2-for-1. So it's like you get your time warp off. I spent an extra card to do that. It's like basically like discard a card, get an extra turn. Is it worth it? Probably. Probably. This could have just been a counter spell to protect my extra turn card. I made my first custom. All right, congratulations, Sager. Congratulations. Have you been here for a long time? Pretty sure you've been a relic of the show. Learn your consign. That's true. That's true. Hey, I sort of knew what consign did. That's the problem. I sort of did. Okay, I have nothing else to say about this card. It's really cool. Very interesting design. Is Anna here? Does Anna want to give the card to right now? Did Anna post the card? I shouldn't actually get ahead of myself. If Anna doesn't have a card yet. I'm gonna wait for Anna at the end. Anna's probably biding her time. Or their time. Next up, let's go Elixir with the Joy Rider. And Harmless Tutor. Just 2 badly designed cards. As I have nothing else today. Have a good day. Gotta run back to work. Okay, your badly designed cards. One's a Joy Rider. This looks like a levitating... What's it called? Levitating car. If you got your card, let me know, because there was already a donation. It was a donation in advance. You get a freebie. You gotta really get a freebie from Mike. Mike donated. Okay, Joy Rider, 2 mana for a 2/2. This creature crews vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose target vehicle and opponent controls. You may crew it with this creature. If you do, gain control of it until end of combat. Choose target vehicle and opponent controls. Oh, fascinating. So this is like, you know what it should have been called? GT whatever. It should have been called Grand Theft Auto person. I don't know who the character in Grand Theft Auto is. If they have a name or anything like that. I wouldn't call them a pilot either. Are these like airplanes? I mean, it does look like it's levitating. I don't know what game this is from. If it's from any game, frankly. Okay, but I will say it passes. It's a creative card too. There's several characters in GTA. Well, we could have picked one. When I play GTA, I don't actually play the game. I just like to roam, walk around, and then steal things. That's the best part. That's the best part of that game for me, in my opinion. All right, next up we have Harmless Tutor. I think, you know what? It makes me wonder, how did we not have a creature that steals vehicles yet? Like, isn't that obvious? That sounds like an obvious... Like almost like a trope or something. Pilots are the creatures that have the card crew as if power 2 or greater. Okay, whatever. They all have to be pilots. Okay, Harmless Tutor. Harmless, yes, it's 7 mana. Sorcery. Search your library for a permanent card. Put that card onto the battlefield under an opponent's control, then shuffle. So it's like donate. It's a tutor and a donate in advance. Suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Put the card on, under an opponent's control. They might die immediately. What's the most broken thing that you could go look up in your deck? Yeah, you give them Phage. That would do it. GG's opponent. LOL, never did I believe there will ever be a harmless tutor. I know. Well, I think that's the joke. A little bit of sarcasm in that title over here. That's a broken search for Xantia Sleeper Agent, our leveler, our game. Yeah, you can get leveler too, I suppose. That might work. Oh yeah, leveler is a good one. Yeah, leveler is a great one. You can get Phage, you can get leveler. Well, leveler is, I think, probably a better one because you could put this in a monocolor deck, like a mono red deck. Phage, you need to be Gractos, which is not that bad. It's not a big deal. Yeah, leveler. What else can we get? We get leveler. We get Phage. Give them Emrakul. They won't know what to do with it. I don't know about that. Just seems like an extension of Beamtown Bullies. Well, this is just a one-card win. Like Beamtown Bullies, there's a little bit of work to do in order to get the card that you want to give them, right? Okay, okay, we had a really nice little discussion about harmless tutor, not so harmless. It's a broken one-card tutor. Sorry, it's a broken one-card combo. It's possible it should be more mana because of the one-shot kill effect. It's just like get to 7 mana and win the game. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. So maybe it actually should be a little bit more expensive, like closer to 10 mana, since it is just a one-card kill. Like all you have to do is ramp into harmless tutor and win. And that's it. I like the flavor text a lot on this one. What is it? Thank you, but I didn't ask for any of this. That's right. That is right. All right. We've got a donation for Anna. Congratulations. It's your birthday. Veil Spawn Disruptor. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have to look up the entire name. So stupid. Discord is dumb for that. This is 7... Oh, it's an Eldrazi. Are you a huge fan of the Eldrazi, Anna? 7 mana for a 1/7 hexproof from spells and flying. What is this, Emrakul? Only Emrakul has hexproof from spells. When this creature becomes the target of an ability, I guess from us, create X 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens. They have sack this token, add colorless where X is its power. This ability triggers only once each turn. What can target this? Is there like another Eldrazi that can target creatures? This creature the target of an ability. It has to be an ability too. It can't be a spell. Are we like tickling it with like a pinger or something like that? That's protection, not hexproof. No, there's another one has protection from instants. Well, like whatever. Sorry, Emrakul has protection from stuff. Unlike the other Eldrazi that are like indestructible and so on. This one, I don't believe Emrakul is indestructible. Is Emrakul indestructible? I don't think so. It's just protection from colored spells on one. Then I think the other one is protection from instants and sorceries or some crap like that. Abilities it has hexproof from spells. Yeah. Yeah, it has hexproof from spells, but not abilities. Eldrazi Displacer can blink it. Yeah, I guess it could blink and get a token out of it. Equipments, pingers. Oh, yeah. Are you really going to put an equipment on Eldrazi? That just sounds weird. But maybe that was your idea. And triggered abilities that target creatures. There's a lot of creatures that can give this +1/+1 counters. I mean, sure. Wait, where is this our green colorless Eldrazi deck? I suppose so. Emrakul has protection from fun. Been policing fun for 15 years. I was there when Emrakul was made. I played the pre-release of Rise of the Eldrazi. It was fun, actually. I thought that was the peak for me for playing pre-releases, because the whole Rise of the Eldrazi thing is just get a bunch of Eldrazi spawns in play and then just slam down like a giant Eldrazi Titan, and your opponent is cooked. You have like one turn to do something about it. If you don't, you're dead. It's my first Eldrazi. I just wanted to see if I can make it. You can. You did. Success. It's been done. You can just use good old... Oh my god. We broke Veil Spawn Disruptor. We broke it. It's been broken. Yeah, we just play Shuko and get it. Honestly, that might actually see competitive play. I'm not gonna lie. Like in Modern, you could get to 7 mana reliably with the... Well, I mean, with the Tron lands or any of the Eldrazi lands, the Soul lands. Yeah, infinite mana. This might be like one of the weird... Maybe this is like we're working a little too hard for this combo, because Brood Scale combo is similar. It's very, very similar. If you blink them, you can trigger them again. No. Becomes a target of spell or ability. They have sack this token. I don't get it. You don't need to blink them. Solfim is back. I was on a hiatus from Magic for a few years and decided to buy a structured deck from Rise and got an Emmy in the extra pack that came with it. I didn't even know about the Eldrazi. Congratulations. What, you got a Rise of Eldrazi recently or back in the day, 15 years ago? It triggers only once each turn? No! Oh, I see. Sack this token. Oh, we didn't break this thing. So Shuko will just trigger it once every turn. Well, we could do that with anything. Can't you equip an equipment to an equipped creature already? Oh, who? Well, now everyone else, who can't read now, huh? Huh? The only person who can read is Anna. Anna created this card. You did. You know what? You probably didn't even need it. You know, if you have 7 mana... Oh, I see. You know, there's probably like a lot of ways to annoyingly abuse this thing. It's sort of like infinite mana. You did balance it. You surprised us. We tried to break it. We failed miserably. All right. Yeah, it's almost too fair. It's too fair for this show. Where's the broken cards? Look, the free space is empty here. All right, next up, let's go look at Lil MX Doom, who did not want to change any suggestions. Any last chances? You get one more chance, Lil MX Doom. Some Deltarune cards. March of the Captains? What the hell is that? March of the Captains. Is the other one the World Revolving? Okay. We're definitely gonna go through March of the Captains. Is this like a Disney scene or something? Bingo alert, that was a dono, you're right. Dono for chat. That was a dono. 5 mana instant. Create 4 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. If this card was cast from a graveyard, create those tokens plus a 4/4 blue elemental creature token with flying and vigilance. Is this a Disney thing? This reminds me of like this Mickey Mouse skit where Mickey Mouse was a wizard and splits the broom up multiple times, and then there's millions of brooms, and there's something to do with a mop and water. I can't remember. This is Deltarune? Maybe it was inspired. Oh yeah, it said so. I'm an idiot. Okay, I haven't played this game yet. It's on my to-do list to play Deltarune. Haven't done it yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Maybe it was inspired. I don't know. The art reminds me of an old Mark Poole arts. Honestly, the art looks like this screenshot looks like it was made in MS Paint. Like it's a very high quality MS Paint art. I have nothing against this card. Sure. Instant speed, make a bunch of tokens. It's a good chunk of tokens, by the way. It is a good chunk of tokens. So you're almost getting one token for 1 1/4 mana. You missed the Start Bacon Cat bug. You've missed the show for years. I don't even know what happened to you. I sometimes wonder, where did everyone go? I worry about all of you. There's a non-zero chance you people die on me. It's a non-zero chance. It just happens. I heard about that with YouTubers. Like, you know, not everyone's watching your YouTube videos over the years because over time subscribers die. It's not like they unsubscribe from you. It's the reality of life. Okay, March of the Cup. Okay, that's a good one. It's almost too real of a card. It's a little definitely. I'll let you know. It's hard to let me know when it happens. Anyway, okay, the next up, we got the World Revolving, 3-mana sorcery, Madness for 2 mana. Each player may discard their hand. Each player who does rolls a 6-sided die and draws cards equal to the result +1. Oh my god, it's so chaotic.
No, God, please.
Basically,
no.
like, our fate is going to be in the hand of a die roll. Some people are, it's like, it's Wheel of Fortune. It's basically Wheel of Fortune, but it's not going to be even for everybody. At least when we Wheel of Fortune, you know, we all get 7 cards. Here, that's not going to be clear. They can put something in the will. Oh, they could actually. Yeah, they could. Email this YouTuber. I'm scooping. I suck at die rolls. Oh my, you and me both, the Jackal. I'm not good at the die roll. I always hope for 6, because that's like above average for me, even though it's below average overall. Rolling a die, it's a dexterity card. No, wait. No, the rolling die is fine. Who keeps spinning the world around? I have no idea. I guess... So I don't want to pass this card, but some sick part of me wants to see this card actually come into existence. It's a weird thing that has madness. So you can like loot and then play this thing off the madness, and then everyone's discarding their hand anyway. This discard is optional, is it? Each player, they may discard their hand, so they could keep it. Each player who does. So everyone who decides to discard their hand is gonna gamble. So, I see. So this might... So if you have no cards in hand, obviously you'll say yes. If you have 7 cards in hand, you'll probably say no. This is a pretty cool, interesting card. It's an interesting idea. I like it. I approve. Okay, next up, we've got Kano with Forced Reignition and the Single-Purpose Hammer. So we have Forced Reignition. I like that you guys put both cards at the same place. Okay, Forced Reignition. What is that supposed to mean? Like when you're trying to start a car? 2 mana, Aura. Enchant creature or planeswalker. As this aura enters, put a loyalty counter on Enchanted Permanent. Enchanted Permanent is a planeswalker with -1 proliferate and loses all other types and abilities. Oh, I see. So they have one. They just get one. They get 1 loyalty ability. So you got this. It just basically it's mono blue proliferate. Once. Does this kill the creature by any chance? Or no, it doesn't. I don't think it matters. It's creature / planeswalker removal. Is it? So you're shutting up an opponent walker. Permanent is a planeswalker with -1 proliferate and lose all other types and abilities. Forcefully igniting a planeswalker spark. I don't understand this card. Okay, what does this card do? I really don't actually know what happens. It will die because it has no loyalty. Enchant creature planeswalker. This aura enters. Put a loyalty counter on the enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent is becomes a planeswalker with -1 proliferate. But hold on, even if you enchant someone else's creature, they don't have to sacrifice it, right? It does not define how many loyalty counters to begin with. It says put a loyalty counter on enchanted permanent. So even if it has 0, it has 1. removal, but the opponent gets to choose when to use a proliferate. So basically, it's a 2. Okay, so it's a 2-mana removal spell, but the plus side is the opponent can proliferate if that matters to them. It's weird. They don't have to use it, so it's attackable now. Oh, so you could actually put this on a creature. It has 1 loyalty, and you just attack and kill it before they even have a choice to do anything. You could use on an opponent's creature, then attack the creature. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay. Fascinating. Oops. Too close. Too close. Oh, it's his crotch. Okay, next up we got Single Purpose Hammer. It's for smashing. It's a 5-mana equipment. As another artifact or creature enters, it becomes a colorless artifact named Nail until its controller's next turn. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has, whenever equipped creature attacks, you may destroy target permanent named Nail and equip for 2. I don't get it. Okay, so we're, these cards are messing with my brain here. As another artifact or creature enters, it becomes a colorless. Oh, I see. So hold on. Until the next. So everything that enters the battlefield becomes a nail. And then next turn, we can attack. Whenever we attack, we may destroy target permanent named Nail. So everything. Okay, gotcha. I got it. That is weird, though. Is the first line badly worded? Well, I don't know about badly worded. It's a very unique card. We don't have cards like this, you know? Jess says, I'm not a man. He's like a man, but of another species of humanoid. We've never seen my legs and feet before, so I could be a merfolk. You nailed it! Sort of. Yeah, everything in a world where everything looks like a nail, you're gonna hammer it. Okay, single purpose hammer. It's a very expensive equipment, so it's very, very fair. It's super fair. I think it should be worded to happen after it enters. It might be easier that way. Maybe. Well, I mean, after it, you mean like permanently? Okay, next up, we've got Alice with Thanatos and Hypnos. Alice Flowers. Okay, we've got Hypnos, embodiment of sleep. You know who likes sleep? My cat, Chubby Meatball. It's a 3-mana 1/5 God Warlock with flying. When Hypnos enters, create a blood token. It's not what I expected from a Dimir card. For 2 mana, exert Hypnos. Tap target creature and put 2 stun tokens on it. I believe it's stun counters, not tokens, but we'll let that slide. And for 2 mana, exert Hypnos. Target opponent puts a random card from their hand on the top of their deck. That is fascinating as well. Can you exert something that's already exerted? That's like a good question I have. How did you almost miss the show? You know, I'm hearing this lately. Is YouTube actually sending out notifications for people? Or do you have to, like, be prepared for the show and look it up on the day that you want to go see it? I'm curious for anyone that watches on the replay, or anyone who's interested in watching live, is if anyone's getting those notifications these days. So there's a lot of people getting angry. I have a feeling that some channels that pump out like content on like a daily basis are slightly suppressed. Only slightly though. Oh, you thought it was 10 p.m.? You just got it's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. You gotta go by my time. Because you're the what's it called? Time zones can change. Benjamin Berkey says, I get notifications as soon as the show starts every day. Well, that's good. You're a regular. I have my bell notification, but I show up in the pre-chat anyways. Okay, Anna says, since when chthonic gods are warlocks? I have no idea. I cannot defend the lore or the flavor to this card. I'm assuming if you exert, you can't exert again. You have to wait until you're unexerted. Because I don't know many exert cards with activated abilities. Oh no, I guess you have to tap this to exert it, which is very, very important. Bryce gets it every time, but has the bell notification. Remember, you gotta click that bell notification. Subscribing doesn't mean squat these days. Argentina says you don't need to tap it. You don't need to tap it. You can exert like 100 times in a turn if you have the mana. Okay. You mean while it's on the stack? Last two abilities should be a modal choice for the same cost. Oh, you mean like choose one or more? Argentina got the notification. Well, the people are showing up every day getting the notification, so I guess that works. Jeff says, a permanent can be exerted even if it's not tapped or has already been exerted in a turn. Okay, so if it's been exerted, I'm assuming you just can't use it again if it's been exerted. YouTube, no notify me. You got to show up more often, Bacon Cat Bug. Got to click on that bell notification, but then you'll be notified of all our other shows. Okay. Let's say we can exert this thing 1,000,000 times. Is it broken? Tap to our creature and put 2 stun counters on it. That sounds insane, to be honest. It's like hard remove. It's basically hard removal. Yeah, Glorybringer has exert, but only exert when you attack. If you exert a permanent more than once before your next untap step, each effect causing it not to untap expires during the same untap step. Like, if it's somehow I'm looking at this card like it's hard removal. Jackal says, yeah, you can keep their hand to 0 and creatures tapped. Puts a card at random from their hand. Okay, yeah, so it sounds like it's... Okay, then it's just broken. It's like, at your draw step, I'd like to exert Hypnos. And, like, if you're empty-handed, you'll never draw another card ever again. Target opponent puts a random card from their hand on top of their deck. Yeah, I would go as far as say it danger. It danger. It's also a really cheap card. Okay, we'll put it in the it danger space. Finally, we have an it danger card. Yeah, I didn't fully understand the exert mechanic. It's definitely broken, since exert here is irrelevant to the ability. The abilities need a tap. So if you just add tap to both of them are fair. Because it's like, if you tap it, then it's stunned for a turn, right? And your opponent's creatures are stunned. Autism is like, B Autism says, not the AI stream. See y'all next time. See you next week, B Autism. All right, so we're gonna say this one, too broken. You can hold someone's hand hostage. Hostage. All right, next is Thanatos, personification of death. The format 3/2 God Warlock flying. Thanatos enters with your choice of a death touch. Well, first off, this is a lot of words. Where's our Yu-Gi-Oh card? Okay, the weed is that wordy card. Very, 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 very wordy card. Bingo, great art. What? Do we have a bingo thing for that? Well, you guys are huge fans of this art? I don't know who this is. Are these Hades cards you just realized? I have no idea. Okay, moving, let's read this card. Flying, Thanatos enters with your choice of a death touch counter or a lifelink counter on it, then create a blood token. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you can pay 2 mana. If you do, exile that creature from its controller's graveyard, then create a 2/1 black shade creature token. So basically, we can get more creatures if we pay 2 mana for each creature that dies. If Thanatos would die, exile it instead and put X time counters on it, where X is equal to the amount of shades you control plus 2. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. When a shade creature would die, you may remove 1-time counter from Thanatos. You know, despite how wordy this card is, it's actually just a really doable, fair card. So, I mean, we make some tokens if this thing if creatures die, and then if this dies, then we get a bunch of counters equal to the number of tokens in play. And then if those creatures dies, you remove the suspend counters to cast this card faster. Thanatos just needs a big hug. It has a heart over here. How does a heart of gold? All right, this is it's very wordy, but it's very doable. Super doable. Next, we got, let's look at 4 Paths of Life, a pair of gates. Whatever that means. We need more gates. What? That's the funniest name for a card. A pair of gates. And then we need more gates. We don't have enough gates here. You can't get rid of this card? Well, you can't. Well, you sort of can. You can exile it. It's not impossible. We definitely need more gates. The gates players are rising. Oh, you think the exert should... Oh, that's a great... You know what? That's a great point, Anna. Yeah. That's actually an easy fix. Yeah, they could be exhaust instead. Okay, Infinity Gateway. It is a gate. Are you surprised? I'm not. When it enters, return target land you control to its owner's hand. Infinity Gateway enters tapped. I can't help but think that ability combos with that land that searches your deck for a basic land. Then you're like it's like you missed a land drop, and then you replay that land and you get your land draw back. Tap for a colorless or 1 mana of any color. What? What? 1 mana of any color? But we returned a land back to our hand. Okay, for 1 mana, tap, return Infinity Gateway to its owner's hand, search your library, graveyard, or exile for a land card, place it onto the battlefield tapped. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Is this... this is like some sort of modern day... what's the card called? Thawing Glaciers. This feels like Thawing Glaciers, but for any land whatsoever. You think a danger, Bacon Cat Bug? Have you done a show ranking lands yet? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man, we did the obvious stuff years ago. Just look it up. Nikachu MTG, tier list lands. They'll probably show up. Okay, so return this thing back to... So okay, one thing going for it to make it fair, it's really clunky. So enters the battlefield, return a land. Activate this thing, you have to return this thing back to your hand. Then if you want to replay it, you have to return a land. And it enters, but it doesn't enter. No, it does enter tapped. Infinity Gateway enters tapped. Yeah, you bounce 2 lands to fetch a land. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it probably is just more broken in the green decks that have these effects that are like you can play several cards a turn, or you can play several lands in 1 turn. You have 2 additional land drops. Well, play the Infinity Gateway and go get go get Maze's End. What land would you get? I would get maybe the Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale. Or maybe actually I just get Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx or something. Sager would get Maze's End. Is there a best infect card show or ranked infect cards? Probably not. There's not that many infect cards in existence. Maybe there was more now because of poison. It's half of Maze's End? It doesn't prevent the opponent from doing anything. Osif says, didn't know there were notifications. Just a happy surprise that lines up with my dinner. Maybe in a Titan Amulet deck it's broken? Probably not. They probably don't need this. Because once they get Titan online, they probably don't need any more help after that. Anyway, okay, it's a very fascinating card. That's probably not broken. Hold on. Wasn't the other card called We Need More Lands? A pair of gates. Oh no, we need more gates. I thought the card was we need more gates. We need more gates. Such a thing exist? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm assuming this is the other card. That was part of the dono. There was a bunch of poison cards added from Phyrexia. All will be one. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, but I don't consider that infect. I consider that poison. Okay, Eternal Gateway. It is also a gate. As Eternal Gateway enters, return target land you control to its owner's hand. Eternal Gateway enters tapped. You may cast spells you own from exile, as if you were casting them from your hand. You can't cast spells of the same name this way more than once each turn. Also tap, add colorless or 1 mana of any color. This screws with my brain because I have to think, okay, what are the consequences of bouncing lands back to my hand? Cast spells you own from exile as if you were casting them from your hand. You can't cast spells of the same name this way more than once each turn. So I can't play the spell like more. I can't cast spells that have the same name. So in Commander, this is useless. Not useless, but not as good. 100% danger. Exile is exile for a reason. There's a bunch of cards that you can cast from exile. So I wouldn't say this is completely off. This is broken because of sideboard. No. Exile is different from sideboard. If a card ever references like the sideboard, it's from outside the game. This is just from exile. You can cast spells from exile. So if someone path to exiles your card, this card lets you be able to cast that card from exile. I think this is a great card. I approve. Not to mention, again, this it's super clunky. You have to return the land back to your hand. You know what's one thing that might make this card a little bit more balanced, just in case it's broken? Just add colorless mana. Why is this adding 1 mana of any color? I think. Broken, too many ways to put cards into exile. Is there? Is there too many ways to put cards into exile? I mean, there are ways of doing it. You can cast spells you own. You can't cast spells of the same name. You still have to cast them. Still got to pay the mana. It becomes an extension of your hand, just like the graveyard. It basically makes your exile zone a little bit more like the graveyard. All right, next up. Farewell is one of the big ones. That's fine. That's okay. Next up, Trent Sims. What's up today, Trent Sims? 2 more Mortal Kombats. Oh, we got Raiden today. Did they come out with the Mortal Kombat trailer after the last time last week? I thought it was a pretty sick trailer. All right, we have Raiden and Sizoth. Sorry, I'm late. Not using my normal computer right now due to a house fire. Sorry to hear about that, Trent Sims. Hope everything's okay. Okay, Raiden, God of Thunder, a 4 mana 3/4. He's a god? Oh, where's my here? Raiden is a demigod, a 3/4. Flash, Vigilance, Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Raiden deals 3 damage to any target. Return target creature to its owner's hand. You gain 3 life. This card is insane. I think this card is insane. I actually just think it's downright broken. This is an outrageous card. This would be played in every single control deck, every single tempo deck. Just imagine this. End of turn, play Raiden, God of Thunder. Where's the most menacing thing I could... Yeah, so it only triggers thrice a turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, I'd be like, okay, bolt this creature, this triggers. Draw a card off of Opt, this triggers. Play another cantrip, this triggers. That's nuts! Finally, Urtigao is like, finally, the broken cards have arrived from the heavens. We needed more broken cards. I'm gonna put this in my VV deck. Imagine VV plus the Raiden, the God of Thunder. Not thrice a turn, only thrice. You need to bounce it to get the abilities back. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Honestly, that's still fine. That is so much value. That is an insane amount of value. It still has Vigilance and Prowess! Oh my god. Yeah, so, okay. I did misinterpret that, honestly. But even thrice ever is still a lot. You get a free lightning bolt and free unsummon with your cantrips. Imagine lightning bolt said scry 1 and like scry 2 and draw 1. Imagine. Just imagine, because that's the world that we can live in with the Raiden God of Thunder. Raiden is basically going, it's 3 damage to any target. Could be the opponent. I'm definitely going to play 2 more spells when I untap. And then, yeah, I'm definitely going to play 2 spells. So I can deal 8 damage the turn. And probably have bounced at least 1 creature. We could put it danger. The problem is the bingo space, or the danger space is already taken. Sorry, this is too strong. Too strong, Trent. Choose the other 2 options and return it to your hand on the 3rd. Oh, wow. We super broke this card. Yeah, that's true. Can replay it again. So what we could do is first play the first spell, damage somebody, attack for 4, and then bounce it back to our hand and redo this thing all over again. Just combos with itself. Yeah, anyway, it's busted. Absolutely, but it would have to be a 0 power creature for me to justify this thing, and even then that sounds a bit iffy. Okay, next do we have, I'm not familiar with this character. Oh, is this like the reptile? Sizoth the reptile. It's a 2-mana 3/3 lizard ninja with dark tribute. As this creature enters, an opponent of your choice may place 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Acid Spit. It sounds like reptile. When Sizoth enters, draw a card. If the tribute was paid, put a reach counter and a death touch counter on it. So it could be a 1. It's either a 3/3 draw card, which is pretty damn good, or it's a 2-mana 1/1 draw a card with death touch. So okay, so like it's Ice Fang Quaddle. Oh, Reptile has a real name? That Reptile's name was Reptile. What happened to his mask? Why did you take his mask off? What the hell's up with that? Yeah, so I'm glad I interpret this correctly. It's basically Ice Fang Quaddle. Except no flying, has reach instead. Or it's a 3/3, which is fine too. Okay, Kano's a huge Sultai fan, it seems. All right, we're gonna print it. Print Reptile. I love all those masked, like, I don't know how to put it, those masked martial artists in Mortal Kombat. Huge fan of Reptile, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Not Smoke, though. I thought that was just stupid. Noob Saibot is cool. Or is Smoke and Noob Saibot the same person? Maybe I don't know. I don't know my Mortal Kombat lore that deeply. Especially since if you beat the game with each character, it's almost like the lore changes for each character. I don't know what the real lore is. Are they all masked ninjas? I don't know if they're called ninjas in Japan. And I think, well, at least based on the latest Mortal Kombat movie, Scorpion is from Japan. That might make him a samurai, not a ninja. Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero? You gotta be kidding me. That's like a huge plot twist there. And it says it's the newer design of Reptile. He became more lizard with time. Well, you know, it's probably not comfortable keeping that tail in the thing. Oh, are ninjas Japanese? Oh, I had no... Ninja. Oh, you're right, actually. Do you know what? So what's the difference between a ninja? I thought... Sorry, you know, ninja... What's the difference between a ninja and a samurai? What is the difference between ninja and samurai? I thought they were culturally different. Main difference were that samurai were members of the warrior nobility who followed the honorable Bushido code, while ninja were covert agents, spies, and mercenaries from various social classes who used deception and stealth. I learned something today. Thank you so much. Samurais have Bushido and ninjas have ninjutsu. Samurai are like the noble class. Oh, so they think they're like they're above it, huh? They think they're better than ninjas? Ninjas are criminals. Samurai are the police/army. Wow, thanks. I appreciate that. That clears a lot of things up. I guess, yeah, ninjas are sneaky. They're very, they have level 100 sneak. Samurai were some of the only ones who were allowed to carry swords due to their class. Oh, yeah, just... It was the old-fashioned gun at the time. I'm getting schooled on this, but I appreciate it. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, moving on. This card was fair the entire time. Okay, the damn draws. We got Soy Fawn Sudden Death. Soy Fawn. Oh. Okay, this is a 4-mana, 2/4 Shinigami Assassin. It's got flash, double strike. Whenever Soy Fawn deals damage to a creature or planeswalker, put a sting counter on it. If it has a sting counter on it already, exile it instead. Are we talking about the creature? So we're going to put... Oh, I assume we're going to put a... we're going to put a sting counter on the creature. Benjamin Brewer's like, waifu? Maybe? Maybe not? Jackal, print it now. It's from Bleach, so I don't care if it's broken or not. Okay, I have no idea what Bleach is. I've heard of Bleach, and I'm like, what, are you doing laundry or something? No, I have no idea where this is from. Wow, with double strike, it exiles whatever it blocks. Well, I mean, it's basically death touch, right? And they're still gonna deal damage. So deal damage to a creature. Okay, you basically, first, step 1, you deal damage, right? And then you put the sting counter on. Then you're going to deal, and then they're going to exchange damage in step 2, and then the creature gets exiled. So, I mean, it's a weird death touch creature. What's even weirder is that it has flash. I don't know, is Mardu a flash color? But whatever, that's okay. I think it's fine. Noise Mero says, does the wording need to be updated a bit? I read this as the creature exile itself. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how I was reading it. It probably should be more specifically, whenever Soy Fawn deals damage to a creature or planeswalker, put a sting counter. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to word it, but I sort of understand what they're trying to go for. If it has a sting counter on it already, exile it instead. Okay, Kana says, better say, whenever a creature or planeswalker is dealt damage by Soy Fawn. No, that doesn't change anything. And then when you say it's just too ambiguous. Maybe you just have to word it out. Whenever Soy Fawn deals damage to a creature or planeswalker, put a sting counter on that creature or planeswalker. And that's about it. Why did they make Soy Fawn 2 words? It's just 1 word. I don't know. I don't know anything about Bleach. All right, doable. Very doable. Oops. Where am I going here? Was that... Oh, yeah, that was a singular dono. Raruni Rockman, $10. Playing with phasing and pseudo day and night. Oh, God. Hero of Twilight. Is that one of the new ones? All right, we're here. I got to move this around a little bit. Okay, Link, Hero of Twilight. This is a 5 mana. 5 mana 4/3 Elf Ranger, Vigilance and Trample. Now, if Link, Hero of Twilight, would phase out, you may have him transform instead. What? Okay, at the end of each player's turn, if that player casts no spells that turn, all non-land permanents phase out. All of them? Like everyone's permanents phase out? This is Twilight. This is Twilight Princess Link. Do we have video game adaptation? Other TCG adaptation? Nope. Oh, we don't have video game. I guess the video game thing is just too popular. It would happen too often. Yeah, why are we phasing out everything? That's a lot of stuff, in my opinion. It's billions of stuff. How do I get myself framed here? I'm just trying to fathom like what this does to the game. Turn all non-land permanents phase out. Excuse me, princess. Fireburn says, translating Japanese into English is never easy and hard to convert the same meaning. Oh, you're talking about like the name of that last card? Abyssal Bolt, sorry, Abyssal Bolt Gaming. Hello, love your videos. I don't watch live very often, but I love watching the VOD. Thank you so much, Abyssal Bolt Gaming. I appreciate you watch the VODs. You can also participate in the comments section. I got rid of pop culture references because we would hit it every time. Yeah, that's true. Hitting it every time doesn't feel like a challenge. Okay, I don't know what the ramifications of this thing is, but okay, so everything phases out and it transforms into Wolfling. The hell? I never played this game. 3/3 Wolf Mount, Trample Reach. This is a mount card. When Wolflink attacks, if he is saddled, you may deal damage equal to his power to up to 2 target creatures defending player controls. If you do, transform him at end of combat. So hold on, do I get this right? So like instead of everything phases out except Link. Link is not going to phase out. Now, because Link doesn't phase out, we have an advantage over everything else that, like, phased out. I think. I can tell Nikachu's not a Link fan. I'm a, you know what? I'm okay. I'm impartial to Link. I played a little. I've only played Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That's the only Zelda game I've played. It was a fine game. It was a fine game. My hot take is it was like it's a pretty overrated game. There's a lot of, you know, there's good parts to the game. There's bad parts to the game. Like there's a lot of monotonous crap in that game that I thought was completely useless. Don't even get me started on the water temple, but a lot of the temples are like just very uninteresting to me. The boss battles were all very good though. Nikachu knows that character is actually named Zelda, not Link. What? No, that's not Zelda. Unless that's Zelda cosplaying as Link. In that case, I never would have known. Benjamin Berkey is like, it's extremely overrated. Or maybe my expectations were too high because everyone was like, you have to buy this game. You have to buy Ocarina of Time. It's mandatory. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I played it and I enjoyed it. It was like, I enjoyed Banjo-Kazooie more, frankly, or even Mario 64. Okay, Anna says they phase in at the beginning in their controller's turn, but yeah, it's a bit danger. I mean, honestly, I can't tell if it's actually a danger. I'm gonna say it's a pass. It would definitely be fair if only your permanents phase out. I don't know the consequences of everyone else's permanents phasing out. Marooney says, well, stuff phases in at the beginning of that player's next turn, depending on when it happens. Yeah, but what about all the other people who have stuff phased out? And it's something that the active player has control over. So, like, let's say we play this card. Say there's a bunch of stuff on the battlefield. We play this card. Everything phases out. Now the next player stuff phases in, but everyone else's stuff is still phased out. And they can attack and just kill them in one shot. You ever think about that? You think about that? I think that's a problem because stuff phases in on their turn. So like you basically got rid of everybody's blockers, but then give like the very next person the ability to attack. Although you're vulnerable too, I suppose. Link does well. They'd be your one creature you get to keep. Wonder if the intent was that players' non-lands phase out, not others. I don't know. Well, if he's cast, he won't phase out everything that turn. But it phase out things eventually. Things are going to get screwed up. Ellis says, I still own the OG Pikachu Nintendo 64 with a load of 64 games. The OG Pikachu? You mean was that the game where like you could take care of a Pikachu or something like that? Jackal says, bingo alert, Wolf Mount is a new creature type. Is Mount a new creature type? Or is Mount like I thought Mount was a creature type. Wolf is a creature type, and I think Mount is a creature type, but I don't remember. If that's true, then we'll put on the bingo. The combination doesn't really matter. I'm not going to count combos. Yeah, Mount was in Thunder Junction, so like this is not a new. It's not a new sub or it's not a new sub creature type and not a regular creature type. Mount is real. Ranger's a creature type, yes. All right, let's hope it doesn't break the game. We're gonna pray. Noise Marrow. What do you got for us? The Gardener and Demand Combat. Okay, this is the Gardener. God, this guy's scary. Okay, this is for Jackals. It's new to me. You know, there's a lot of creature types that are new to me when I read them for the first time. Ellis Flowers says the Pokemon art style Nintendo 64, but I see. Like, yeah, that's how they get you. Once they start selling out of Nintendo, well, when nobody starts buying their consoles, then they start making these art adaptations. They make a red one or a blue one, or in your case, the yellow Pikachu one, but do have Pokemon Stadium. That's a sick game too. Okay, the Gardener, 4-mana, 3/5, Tree Folk Shaman, Vigilance, Reach, Ward 1, everything you'd expect from a tree, really. If a spell or ability an opponent controls would exile a card face up, you may choose. That is so specific. Would exile a face up card? We have to have a very specific thing here. That hits the super specific spot. You may choose for it to go to its owner's graveyard instead. If you would tap one or more creatures to pay a cost, you may tap that many number of untapped lands and exile twice that number of cards from your graveyard instead. Okay, I gotta go back. Why are we specifically mentioning face up cards? So basically this doesn't affect face down cards, weirdly enough. I miss the old days where Nikachu kills or tries to kill flies. His house has been fly. You know what? It hasn't. I actually killed tons of flies today. Look, Nikachu has the fly swatter. They were bothering me earlier today, so I killed them on the spot. So they weren't alive to. Yeah, I don't know. It might be fly season because it's getting cold outside, so the flies have to find shelter, and they're finding in my home. But actually, I'm killing tons of flies. My kill count is like 5 in the last 24 hours. It doesn't affect foretell cards either. Exiled face. Yeah, I know. And I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. It's just weird. Weird to mention. I guess you put that in your face down deck of some sort. Noise Mirror. Oh, we got some explanation. I intended for it to let you put cards. Sorry, put cards getting exiled back into their owner's graveyard, but I may have worded it wrong. I was worried about face down exile, like foretold, or the foretell cards. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? If an opponent would exile a card face up, you may choose. Okay, whatever. You know, you had a reason. I'm not going to be going against the reason. It just seems strange to me. And of course, if you tap one or more creatures to pay a cost, you may tap that many number of untapped lands and exile twice that number of cards from your graveyard instead. How about you just say if you would tap one or more creatures to pay mana, you may tap that many number. Oh, or is this like, I don't know, you may tap that number of untapped lands. Like, don't you normally tap lands to add mana and pay costs and exile twice the number of cards from your graveyard instead? It sounds like you want to use, it's like a delve thing. You want to be able to tap one or more creatures to pay a cost. I actually don't really understand this last part. It sounds like we're replacing tapping creatures for mana with tapping lands for mana and also delve. I feel like the person playing Leyline of the Void would be salty against this, probably. Think about how it interacts with Cascade. Deck goes whoosh, maybe. Jess says, okay, you just killed them before the stream now? Well, no, I mean, I can kill them while the stream is happening. It's just that they piss me off enough before the stream that it was their undoing. They can fly anywhere, but they have to fly on my skin for some reason. You may not tap creatures to activate abilities. You may not tap creatures. Oh, the Shinigami is the creature type? Okay, we'll get the creature type. Where's Shinigami? Where is new non-creature sub? No, one new is it new creature type, right? Where is it? New creature type. There we go. Did I help fix a card? Not here, that's for sure. Okay, I don't really understand this card, to be honest. So the first half, I understand. I don't understand the second half. It's not really clear what this does or how it works. It's like if you would tap one or more creatures to pay a cost. What kind of cost? There's many types of costs. You know, for example, a cost could be discarding a card from my hand. Oh, so what? I can replace that. Oh, I see. So like if we have to discard a card from our hand, we can tap lands for mana instead. Okay, okay. I thought helping with wording helps improve the card. No, we have mostly for functionality. We have to help the functionality of the card. I was thinking of changing it to whenever the trigger would wait. What is the purpose of the second paragraph? This is what I'm a little lost on. Trollalol says, if you have many lands, you can activate creature abilities multiple times instead of only once if you had to tap them. Is that what it's supposed to say? If you would tap one or more creatures to pay a cost. No, okay. I think what you mean is if you were to activate an ability that requires a cost, you may tap that number of that doesn't make sense. What does that number mean? I meant it as a way to turn creatures tapping as a cost into lands. So really good activated taps can be... Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll tell you how you word this. If activating an ability of a creature requires it to tap, you may tap you can tap an untapped land or exile twice that number. Don't say twice. Or exile 2 lands. I don't know what twice means. Because we're just using... It's just a replacement for tapping, right? So you could say, like, an exile 2 lands from your graveyard instead. Something like that. Okay, as worded, this card doesn't make any sense to me. But if we can fix this last paragraph up, then it can. Yeah, it's some sort of... No, it's not like a weird convoke. It's a replacement... for tap, there's some sort of replacement to tapping the card. Okay, hold on. We're running out of music here. This show's gonna go on for a while. It's gonna be a long one, people. Buckle up. Let me get some more music ahead of time. What's everyone feeling right now? Let's get a little Pokemon in here. Boop. I don't know. Did I improve a card? Okay, where's the improve? I don't even think I improved the card. But we'll give it to you anyway. Okay, there's another card in this series, isn't there? Hold on, where'd the other one go? There were 2 cards. Oh, here's the other one. Demand a single combat. It's a 2-mana aura enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, it fights target creature with a different controller. I thought this was going to be simple too. What does this mean? Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, it fights target creature with a different controller. It fights target creature. Different, you mean different controller of that creature? Demand single combat, but that sounds like the opposite of what this says. Ironically, fight isn't part of the combat phase. No, but this is gonna trigger. Oh, but you do say, yeah, ironically. Stolen artwork from Maruka. That's okay. That's fine. It just can't have the same name. Can't have the real name. It fights target creature. I think that's what it's trying to say. It's like, wow, I was for sure thinking that this card would be so straightforward. It's only like basically one paragraph. Then it starts the combat. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, it fights target creature with a different controller. I think it's like whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, it fights how do we word this? Is there anything wrong with yoinking cards from the yoinking art from other cards? Does like our custom magic have something against that or something? I mean, look, it was like literally credited to the artist. What's wrong here? Makes a creature way so super aggro. Well, not really. I think it's still vulnerable. Like you play demand single combat on the creature, and if you kill the creature off, it's like not a big deal. It's a 2-for-1. Gotta make some. Yeah, you gotta make some custom cards yourself. Gaming. I wanted for fighting to be a cost to attacking to blocking, but not force someone's creature to fight another creature that same player controls. But not force someone's creature to fight. But then but not force someone's creature to fight another creature that same. Yeah. I hear you. So you want to be able to. You have to fight. So like, but can you fight your own creatures by any chance? Is that allowed? Can we fight our own stuff? Because that's what it sounds like in a 2-player game. If we are not fighting somebody else's creature, we're fighting our own creatures. Yeah, I mean it's something weird. It'd be something like, okay, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, fight target creature. It's like fight target creature not controlled by the blocked or attacking creature or some crap like that. Oh no, but whenever you attack somebody, it fights target creature of it with, or would it be just cleaner if it's like it's fight target creature from another controller? Make it enchanted creature has when this creature attacks or blocks, it fights target creature an opponent controls. No, but then you can hit the same person twice. So the idea is to not hit the same person twice. So let's say we attack somebody. If you fight like one of their creatures, that would be brutal. So the idea is to divert the attack to somebody else. Because this is the opposite. This is actually the opposite of what this person is going for. Enchanted creature can't attack or block unless it fights target creature with a different controller. I don't know. We got to work on it. This is like it's a little too weird. It's weird enough. It's hard to make work. And in Magic, the card has to read cleanly and easily for everybody to understand. But welcome to Custom Magic: The Gathering Cards. Well, it needs to be worded in a way that takes into account who controls the enchanted creature. Is it you, an opponent who controls the enchanted creature? Oh yes, that too. So it's only usable in multiplayer games? Not necessarily though. Okay, we're gonna move on. Those last 2 cards scrambled my brain big time. Okay, we got Lil Deadfly, the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, I still don't have like an American sound effect. America. Spangled. Oh, it's on custom Reddit. I found it and thought it was funny. You know, Little Deadfly, I'm only going to look for it because of you. You are here like every show. Otherwise, I don't look up cards on... We made the Discord because looking up cards became this huge pain in the ass. Star Spangled Banner. From 8 years ago? No, this is not it. The Stars... Oh no, I spelled it wrong. Star Spangled Banner. What the hell is this? The Star Spangled Banner. What, for 3 Phyrexian, Bloodthirst 2, Toxic, and Trample? Oh, God. Why are you presenting this damn thing? Non-white creatures get -1/-1. White creatures have protection from blue. You may cloak the Star Spangled Banner at any time by paying 5 life. If you do, create a 1/1 white human. Oh god, human right-wing fascist token and a 1/1 white human neoliberal genocide enabler token. Too political. Yeah, it's like that's basically a political card is political. It's a fad amongst some people. I wonder how big I wonder how high it was on the votes though. Super old. Anna says, you missed my idea. The ability is on the creature, so the controller chooses. Enchanted creature adds the text to the creature. Ability is on the creature, so the controller chooses. I still don't really get it, to be honest. There's no dono left yet, Pedgeman. Not yet. Okay, next up. Bacon Catbug. With the inevitable decay. Inevitable. Reminder text is important. Okay, we'll look at the reminder text. It's a 2-mana instant. Target creature gains fading. Flashback of 3. The grave does not hurt. Sorry. I gotta read this thing. Target creature gains fading. This effect lasts indefinitely. At the beginning of that creature's controller's upkeep, they remove a fade counter from it. If they can't, they sacrifice it. Oh yeah, this is the old fading mechanic, right? Okay, we have also flashback for 3 mana. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. The grave does not hurry. It simply waits for you to stumble. Inevitable decay. Grave does not hurry. It simply waits for you to stumble. I get. Oh, it's the boomer keywords. Well, I mean, not flashback. That's like sort of evergreen. Fading is a boomer one. I when I first started playing the game, I played with fading. It's a rude card. Target creature gains fading, and if they, yeah, they flat. But then, oh, and then the flashback, and you can flashback and give something else fading. Okay, this is a really flavorful card. Now I get it. Okay, so we're basically letting something decay. For 2 mana, the thing is going to fade away to nothing. But then you can flash it back and then also fade something else away at the same time. Yeah, fading it real, but it's just removal because it doesn't have fade counters. Oh, yeah, we're not actually even giving anything a fade counter. So at the beginning of the upkeep, they remove a fade counter if they can't sacrifice it, but they don't even begin with one. This doesn't add counters, correct? It's a delayed kill. It's a delayed kill spell then? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. It's like, basically, you're dooming a card badly. So you, like, target something, and, like, it's going to get sacked at their upkeep. That's exactly how it is. Yeah, you can look at, yeah, it's a delayed edict. Okay. It's a weird 2-for-1. You know what? This card might be strong because it is literally, it's a 2-for-1. I would hate playing against this card. It's like, all right, inevitable decay your creature. At my upkeep, I sack it, and then they can flash back this thing. So, but you know what? It's 5 mana, though. 5 mana, that's a lot of mana. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And then you, like, yeah, disappear out of nowhere. You be gone. All right, next up, okay, we're gonna share around with Corvinic with Divine Punishment, trying to make a balanced black board wipe. You like your board wipes, don't you? Don't you, Corvinic? Divine Punishment. Oh, version 2. I assume it's the most latest one. Okay, 6 black. I mean, there's already Damnation for 4 mana, so like whatever you put on top of this is just probably gravy. Split Second? Are you kidding me? As an additional cost to cast this card, pay half your life total rounded up. Destroy all creatures. If an angel is destroyed this way, exile it instead. Additional cost to cast this card, pay half your life. Well, that's a lot! I do have to admit. And destroy all creatures. If an angel is destroyed this way, exile it instead. Was that a reference to the fall of Lucifer? Maybe. It's funny, I saw Deadpool here. But I didn't know why Deadpool had wings. It's not just instant speed, it's ludicrous speed, because it has split second on top of that. But it's also an instant speed. Split second, you lose half your life. You know, honestly, I think this has to be fine. Losing half your life is a gigantic cost for any control deck. This is just crazy. Yeah, we're going to Plaid. Too bad Cast Down is already a card name. This would have been fit really well. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, I actually think this is fine. Even at split second. No, I think instant speed board wipe is not the craziest thing in the world. Especially since it's just putting such an absolute beating to your life total, no matter where your life total is. Okay, next up, we're gonna have another one from Bacon Catbug, the Veilbind. Yet another counterspell twist. Okay, it's a 2-mana instant. Target spell's controller manifests it. To manifest a card, put onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. If the spell is a copy, it becomes a token. Target spell's controller mana. So basically, it comes on. They have to cast it twice. It's like a weird. It's a crappier remand. It's actually a really crappy remand. Oh, do you know what's the advantage though? White can play this. Because normally remand only has for blue. If you play Divine Punishment, you're probably going to win, so the life loss shouldn't really matter. I don't know if that's true. Fireburn's huge fan of this. Counters any spell, gives them a 2/2 and no ETB. Oh, I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, okay, so you actually rob people of their ETBs. Also robs. Okay, so you also rob people of source. Oh no, but you could just counter sorceries. Except for it basically counters uncounterable spells, so you can like counter a Supreme Verdict or something. Pretty good for mono white. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's really good for mono white, and you remove it from the stack to manifest it. Yes, basically. So target spell's controller manifests it. So you manifest the spell from the stack, it goes onto the battlefield, and it's not there anymore to resolve as whatever the hell it was normally supposed to be. Feels like a more expensive Swan Song. Yes, but Swan Song is narrow. Like it can't hit creatures, for example. It only hits a few spells. Is it too late to dono? Nope, it's not too late. You want to get in there? Get in there. Manifest. Yeah, the creatures can be flipped, but you still have to pay for it again. You still have to pay for the cost, so you make them pay twice, which is nothing wrong with that. Veilbind not as good against creatures because they can flip, but you can hit everything else. Okay, this is a banger card. I hope Wizards of the Coast makes this real. Right, Wizards, you watching? Watch closely here. Corbinek, Simplicity. I'm just mean for making this. Okay. Is it like not simple? Is it the opposite of simple? Okay, Simplicity. It's a black, green enchantment. At the end of each player's turn, they lose 1 life for each non-basic land they have in play. At the end of each player's turn, they lose 1 life for each non-basic. It's almost fine, actually. Well, maybe no. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make it comparable to Mana Barbs. Mana Barbs is... Or maybe I don't remember what Mana Barbs does. It's like tap a land, take a damage. Is there anything similar? Is there anything similar to this? Banger card. Punish the non-basic. Punish the non-basic scum. So many people. It's a lost art of basic lands. Benjamin's like, this is amazing. Yeah, they lose 1 life for each non-basic land they have in play. What a nice picture for a punishing card. It's great. Okay, I think this could be a banger card. If they, you know what, people don't. I want to say this is the easiest card to play around, but people can, like the same way people play around Blood Moon, Harbinger of the Seas. But the point being, so they'll have to fetch their basics at best they can. And it's an enchantment, can still be destroyed. It's Zybers. For some people, it's Zybers. Bingo alert, 2 hour. We have hit the 2 hour. We have hit the 2 hour mark. That is correct. All right, next up, we've got Nova, the Space Wolf, the Darken Part 9. Thank you very much, Nova, the Space Wolf. And I can tell this is in pounds, so this is going to be 2 cards. Okay, the Darken. How many parts are there? I think we've hit part. This looks like it's the last part. Do you have any notes? The most expensive of the Darken. All right, we look at part 1. The Darken Halberd. It's a black artifact equipment. It's a Darken equipment. As an additional cost to cast this card, sacrifice a creature you control. Okay, that's fair. It's 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and equip for 1. You know what? This card feels like something they would have printed in the first few years of Magic the Gathering. Where like, okay, if you want to cast a card, then you get like sorry, let's you cast a card, you have to sack something in order to make it work. Something like that. It's got that vibe to me. Like there was nothing truly free back then, unless you were comboing off some really busted stuff. Good night, little dead fly. Does Darken hit the bingo? New noise. You know what? I'm not gonna count that because I'm not gonna count that because we get a Darken every single week. It's not new to this show, that's for sure. It might as well be canon to this show. And then we got, okay, so we I forgot, you can choose one side or the other here. We have Tarash. This looks super powerful. Is this a League of Legends character? Black, 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 black for 5 generic. For the Darken Ascended Warrior. It's got Fearsome. Creatures with Fearsome cannot be blocked by creatures with power with 2 or less power. Well, yeah. Why doesn't this card have flying? Clearly has wings. The first time each turn Tarash attacks, roll a d6. Then put X creatures with the highest power tapped and attacking onto the battlefield under your control from among creatures in your graveyard, where X is the result of the d6. Good God. Give creatures put onto the battlefield this way decayed. Absolute banger card. Yeah, we have bingo 10-10 and also 10+. Oh, do we have 2 of them? Do we hit 2 at the same time? Okay, so first, what happened first? We got the 10-10, and we have 10 CMC and also 10-10 or greater. That means we have a bingo. That means we're gonna give a freebie away to someone that has not got a card yet. Whoops, this is a little off screen. Okay, it's off screen because we're still working on this card. We're still working here. Okay, actually, okay, I think this is quite balanced. It's very interesting. Bingo, other TC. Oh yeah, now it's there's a Rune. It's not called Runeterra. What do they call it now? Riftbound. Is it from Riftbound? Do they have a Riftbound card? I gotta look this up. I'm gonna look it up. Riftbound Darken or Tarash. Is there a Tarash card? If there's no Tarash card, I don't think this is an other TCG adaptation. You can remember who has had cards and not? More or less. Isn't Legend of Terra classed as a TCG? Okay, you got me. All right, you got me. Other TCG adaptation. Oh, I need that in red. We need the red ink. All right. Oops. Where are we going here? All right, I think the card is good. I think this card works out. It's impossible to get it from my supplier at work for my work. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, Riftbound? Everyone's trying to get into that game, huh? Wizard, save yourself, damn it. Everyone's leaving to other TCGs. You're not the only TCG in town. All right, we got a new member, Abyssal Bolt Game. You became a member. Thank you so much, Abyssal Bolt. And because you became a member, that's basically a dono. So we're gonna donate that to somebody today. It's gonna be someone's gonna get something for free. Okay, who has not participated here today? Who the hell made all these cards? Okay, you're the first person. RKS system. Mega Cycle of Fates, a custom sorcery type of all about target creature and creature cards. All right, we'll take a look at this first. We'll take a look at one of these fate cards. Pedgeman got a card already. It was actually for free. Pedgeman ends up getting really hot cards on the custom card stream. So I want to spread it out. There's some people who they're not here for the show. They might want to see their card afterwards. Okay, Heroic Fate for a white. Sorcery, also Fate. Exile target creature. Its controller and permanents they control gain protection from you until end of turn. What? Its controller and permanents they control gain... I don't understand this. That's correct. You earned your card. So I'm spreading... Unless someone wants to directly donate to you. Exile target creature. Its controller and permanents they control gain protection from you. Oh, okay, I see. So it's like swords. We swords to plowshare something, and then we can't touch any of their stuff again. All right, that works for me. 1 mana, exile this. But you know we can't interact with them for the rest. Well, it's probably really easy to play around because you just make this the last thing that you have to play. Some MTG players, because rent is due, and because MTG prints cards like rent is due. That's correct. Oh yeah, they're making cards that are relatable. Super relatable. New non-creature type Fate. There we go. Okay. New non-creature type. We got Fate. Yeah, it's a bingo. Works for me. All right, now, as is the custom of custom card bingos, we had a bingo, so we're going to look at another card from somebody else who has never got a card. Okay, so Cerebro got a card. We saw the Link Hero. Oh, were we supposed to see the Twilight Falling? Because these were 2 cards in one. Okay, this we got a card. We seen this. We saw this. We saw this. We didn't see from Zinrog the Desolation Phoenix, a 4-mana 2/4 Phoenix. Do I have a Phoenix sound effect? I could have swore I had a Phoenix sound effect. Maybe I don't. I just don't have it on my soundboard. It's a 2/4 Demon Phoenix with Flying and Menace. For 4 mana, put a Blight counter on target land you control that doesn't have a Blight counter. Return Desolation Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. Lands with Blight counters on them lose all land types and has tap add colorless. Put a Blight counter target land you control. Okay, so we're basically turning our lands into wastes. Desolation Phoenix gets +1/+0 for each land you control that produces colorless. Ooh, that could be insane. Imagine you just play a deck with all colorless lands, or they can tap for colorless and they can tap for like red and black. Then this comes into play as a 6/4 creature, but it's not broken. Not broken at all. All right, I accept that. Bingo alert, grammatical, technically not grammar though, just misspelling of Phoenix. That's misspelled. Where was it? Oh, it's supposed to be O. It's correct. Not grammatical. Benovsky wants the show to keep going. Allied lead lands. Allied lead lands. Cousins of the comeback lands. Cousins? Frozen Guard. Okay, if you have a life total higher than each opponent, this land enters tapped. if you have a life total higher than each opponent, this land enters tap. Interesting. So you can't fetch them out. You know, it's actually it's funny. I think if you play with fetch lands get stronger because if your opponent is playing with cards like this, they become clunkier. It's like, let's say I go first, I go fetch, shock, pass, then the frozen guards have to come into play tapped. Bryce is like, I'll play Magic till it's dead. Yeah, I'm with you. You could download a hawk screeching sound effect. I have one. It just wasn't part of my soundboard, that's all. So it's interesting. I mean, okay, I think this card has to be fair. It's very doable. It might be clunky. Might be clunky in this today's world of Magic the Gathering, where we easily pay a bunch of mana for what's it called? We easily pay life for effects. And therefore, the people playing with the Frozen Guard, they probably are getting this into play tapped for the most part. Okay, Pedgeman, you got saved by Bacon Catbug. We got Dono Pedgeman. Oh, is this very specific? Oh, you're actually choosing it for him. Ramiru soliciting Miko. Ramiru soliciting. Oh, I'm just gonna look up Miko. How many Mikos are there in this game? You have a few of them. Okay, Ramiro. What's this card all about? It's a 4. Okay, it's a 4 mana 1/4 cleric with double strike, flying, and ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each opponent may pay 1. If they do, Ramiro can't attack them or a permanent they control this turn. That's fascinating. But imagine you made this ability on like all cards. Like you gave like you don't want to get attacked by this card because they have to pay without even knowing if you're going to attack them or not. So it's like at the beginning of combat, does anyone not want to be attacked by Rimu? We have Bingo, Dono to Pedgeman, and the waifu thing. Okay, so we have two bingos. Dono to Pedgeman. And also we have... Did we do the waifu card? Creature Lord. Oh, waifu. Oh yeah, waifu is probably just too easy. So it was removed. Damn waifus. Okay, then we have whenever a player pays for an effect they do not control, put a +1/+1 counter on Rimu. Wow. So as people pay, it gets worse, and it actually encourages them to pay for it more. If it's the second time this ability resolved this turn, create a treasure token. Oh god, that's okay. I think that's no. I'm not gonna say that's broken, but that's more abusable. If it's the third time this ability resolved this turn, draw a card. This is a fascinating card. Yeah, it's a super interestingly political card in the game. I think it's a good way we ended the show on a banger. So basically, like, you want to get attacked by this thing, and like the more you pay, the worse it gets. The worse it gets. I think to be honest, I think it'd be slightly more interesting if it was just every single time it's paid, it gets a counter. So it like forces people to pay more and pay more and pay more. You have to permanently pay for this damn thing. Exactly. You pay or else. We did pretty good on the bingo card. Only one bingo, however, somehow. All right, that's it for today. Thanks everyone for joining me today. It was a longer show than I expected. But as usual, we do these shows 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on weekdays. Thanks everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show. Especially Pedgeman. And of course, thank you so much for everyone being here today, submitting your cards. People like Abyssal Bolt Gaming. I want Through the Omen Pass set to be released. Oh, yeah. You mean Spider-Man? In-universe's Spider-Man? Okay, we're going to say thank you to Steve Cooper, Jeff Benofsky, Dadam Draws, Anna, Pedgeman, Jas Kano, Abyssal Bolt Gaming, Ellis Flowers, Bacon Catbug, Benjamin Berkey. Who else? We got Pedgeman, Kano, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. We're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.